Okay, welcome to Video Meter. We are a company based in Copenhagen, Denmark. We do spectral imaging for food quality analysis, and we have some very nice standard instruments that can be used for assessing a very broad scope of food quality. And you see the instrument over here that strobes a lot of light. So in this instrument we will take a number of images, up to maybe 20 or 50 images instead of just taking one image, and it will take at very many different wavelengths of light, and it will be able to create a very versatile set of parameters based on spectrum, color, shape, size, texture, specific features like contaminants, bruises, molds, foreign elements, insect damage, and basically name it. So here we have a number of examples for food safety. So we make a European network of methodology and IT infrastructure about food safety across the globe, and we have some examples here with nuts and sort of the bad quality mycotoxins, and below here we have an example with corn. In this case it's a negative sample with no aflatoxin and a positive sample with aflatoxin. And just by looking at the corn we can see sort of the mycotoxin abundance of the grain. So another nice feature here we have for monitoring fish quality over the entire supply chain. So this is called Trace My Fish project, and we again, we monitor a number of quality traits. It could be color change over the shelf life or the supply chain. It could be microbial quality. It could be other things like discoloration of shrimps. So Trace My Fish is also a European project that actually runs from this year and a couple of years more on. And on this wall we have a number of other examples, a very large number of examples, and they are sort of around the same thing. So detection of parasites, anisakis in Atlantic cod. This is oxidation of meat when you look at it inside the packaging. This is frying of French fries, peas and poisonous nightshade seeds inside the peas, molds in grain for malting for beer. So this is fusarium test. And then powder purity, powder contamination, colony counting, fermentation of sausages, purity of seeds, baking of croissants, moisture in biscuits, discoloration again of fish, bruises on fruits. Here we have an example of potatoes that has some diseases that we don't want. And down here it's cranberries, firmness and non-firmness of cranberries. The greenish ones are are soft, and the other ones are firm. And this can also be assessed with this kind of instrumentation. We have over here also adulteration of wheat or durum wheat. Here we have a normal wheat, and for the eye it's difficult to see the difference, but when we have the spectrum we can see a very clear difference, maybe with 100 times more contrast. This is about detection of root powders. In this case we have 2 root powders, and one root powder contains a lot of plant materials. So you see the white spikes here, they are pieces of stem and leaf which are not supposed to be in the root powder, and the other powder over here has less, but again some stems and leaves included. This is rice, basmati rice versus long-grained rice. Again, we can determine whether a shipment of rice has been adulterated with long-grained rice. So examples, and there will be plenty of more examples, but I guess that's enough for a couple of minutes.